For us and for our dear friends at GYE, the Chabura dedicated to Kedusha. You know, some people seem to have this response. They recoil with disgust when they see not sneers. They go, ah! Right? Now, is that real? So maybe you're tempted to think it can't be real. But what if it would be? Wouldn't that be the coolest thing to achieve? To get disgusted by non-sneers, that would be the best thing. That wouldn't be we want to look at it, right? How can we achieve that?
Being healthy, meaning like when the appropriate time does come, maybe it won't.
Okay, good. Okay, good question. So what Ben is asking is if maybe I'm suggesting to be disgusted by this whole thing of Taivas Nashim, well, obviously there's an appropriate time. Good point. I mean that you'll still retain it in the positive area where it is Kedushin, marriage is called Kedushin. You still have it in where it's positive, but you'll only be disgusted by it where it's inappropriate. That's how I mean it. Would that be useful? Okay, it's important. Yes? So here's what I think the secret is. Maybe there's more. A secret, a solution, a system, a formula of how you can, it's very easy, of how we can get disgusted by the lack of Kedusha, by the Tumah that's represented by the lack of Shemir Sinayim. It's very simple. It comes from, what does it cost you to look where you're not supposed to look? Does it cost you anything? Well, if you're just hanging out, not doing anything, well, it doesn't cost you anything, then you're a sitting duck. Before you know it, the taiva is there. However, what if you're actively engaged in seeking Kedusha? When it's simple, let's say a person is married and they're achieving a meaningful relationship with their wife. Then that's very important to them, and they're putting a lot of investment into that. Then they know immediately, and they're thinking about, well, anything that's looking at some other woman is robbing me of what I'm really investing in. So you're very aware of the cost. Then, no, don't do that. They become, that's going to cost me so much. I'm putting so much. Let's say a person is learning Torah. They're davening to Hashem. They're chasing Kedusha. Shabbos, Kodesh. If you invest a lot in the positive of what Kedusha means to you, if you think about that a lot and invest a lot in Kedusha, we're spending a lot of time learning Torah. We're achieving Dveikus and Hashem. So when that becomes important to us, and then all we do is think, well, that other stuff is robbing me of what I'm spending my whole day doing. It's very costly. We don't like losing money. Nobody does. So if you invest $1 million in something, you're going to abhor anything which will make you lose that investment. So the only reason why a person doesn't get disgusted by it is because most of the time we just kind of hang out, We're just like sitting ducks. If you're spacing out, you're dead meat. But if you're not spacing out, you're leaning forward, you're investing, you're actively engaged in chasing Kedusha, whether that be Kedushin, marriage, meaningful relationships, or with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're working, well then, you're shielded because you don't, that becomes abhorrent. It costs you so much. Make sense? So don't sit around and hope to just be better at this. Invest in the positive, what you stand to gain. Become enriched by that which is meaningful to you, and then you don't want to become poor. You don't want to lose all your money by this silly little thing. Make sense?